Well, John, at the end of the quarter, the Maples all gathered at the 50-yard line in their huddle, and they were talking, this is the fourth quarter. We need one more quarter to beat Chelsea, and they are fired up now on the sideline here at Maple Stadium. 12 minutes to go. Adrian leading by a score of 18-9.
Third down and 7 now from the 25-yard line. Brown calling out the signals. Now he stands up to take a look at the sideline. Slot to the far side of the field. Platt is the lone setback. They have got Edwards split to the near side. Here's Brown, back to pass. Throwing up over the middle, almost picked off. But a flag is down. That could be against the Maples. 2 flags are down. I think he was looking for Kosek that time on a slant over the middle. And a penalty against the Maples will give Chelsea a first down. That's what's going to be the call. Pass interference against Adrian. That'll move the ball to the 40-yard line and give Chelsea a 1st and 10. First and 10 at the 40. They had him maybe stopped on that 3rd and 7. Slot to the far side of the field, short side for Chelsea. Again, Edwards split to the near side. And they'll hand it off. Looking for some running room. I think that was Platt. They stack it up, forward progress, hold it at about the 42. As Chelsea tries to quickly get to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8 from the 42. They're back up there. Trips to the near side, again the wide side. Brown calling out the snap, count at the line. He's straight back to pass. There's the quick one over the middle again. Once again, Kosek on the slant has a first down into Adrian territory. They're going to mark it at the 48-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Chelsea. They hand it off, looking for running room this time. Trying to weave his way. That's Edwards breaking tackles, and they finally corral him at the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 to bring up 2nd and a couple. Lofton in on the stop for the Maples. 2nd down and 8 from the Adrian 40-yard line. Maples leading at 18-9. Here's the give inside, looking for running room. They've got him down for no gain. It went to Edwards again. Making the stop for the Maples. I'm pretty sure it was Wall. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and a couple now from the Maple 40. And they're going to give it to Edwards again. He bounces to the outside. Almost broke out of the pack that time. He spins and drives enough to pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 35. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Dunbar making the stop for the Maples. Chelsea driving to the 35 now. Slot to the near side of the field. Here's the counter coming back the other way. Running room for Platt as he tries to head for the far sideline. They'll bring him down around the 30-yard line. I believe that was Small. He'll get 5 to the 30-yard line on the counter. And that'll bring up 2nd down, and well, we'll give him 4. He's at the 31. 2nd and 6. Lone setback is Edwards. Slot to the near side of the field. And they give it off to Edwards. Looking for running room off right tackle. Getting in there with the tackle, Austin Gray. But not before he crosses the 30. Down to about the 27-yard line. A pickup of 4 to bring up 3rd down and 3 now. 3rd and 3. Edwards now over the 100-yard mark. From the 27, they give it to Edwards again, and they stack him up. He's shy of the first down. He goes from the 27. He gets it to the 26-yard line. Gets a yard to bring up 4th down. Obviously, they'll go for it here. They quickly line up to the line of scrimmage. 4th and a yard from the Maple 26-yard line. Slot to the near side of the field. Here's Brown. Now he'll look to the sideline for the call. They've got Bilecki on the wing to the far side. Here comes Edwards. He's got the first down as he blasts ahead. All the way down to the 20, maybe the 19-yard line. And he said hello to Jeffrey Lofton on that one. We'll call it the 20, a 6-yard pickup and a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. In the backfield, they've got Edwards this time. Brought him down for maybe a loss on the play. He's going to lose a yard back to the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11 to go. 2nd and 11. Slot to the far side of the field. They've got Platt split to the near side. Edwards alone, setback. He fumbles the ball. Brown has to pick it up, and they'll bring him down. He'll lose a yard on the play. Maybe a couple where they spot the football. I think he's going to lose a couple back to the 23-yard line. They've got, it's now 3rd and 13. They have to get to the 10-yard line for a 1st down. Trips to the far side of the field. They've got Edwards in that group. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Is it caught? Looks like it is. It's shy of the 1st down. We got a flag down, however. The catch was made, I believe, by Platt at the 11-yard line. And we've got another illegal receiver downfield against Chelsea. Oh, that was a big one. The Maples dodging the bullet there. The Maples definitely will take the penalty. No, they're not refusing it. Or what are they saying? It was incomplete. They're saying he didn't make the catch. Okay, so that makes a whole lot of difference here. He did not make the catch. And so now it is 4th down and 13. Unless he did, well, the one linesman, they're saying he made the catch. If he made the catch, the Maples are taking the penalty. If he didn't make the catch, they'll refuse the penalty. Chelsea is looking like they're bringing the field goal unit on. Pat Hayes, do you have any idea what's going on down there? Well, I don't.
Well, Phil Jacobs out talking with the head referee here, and finally we got it straight here. But you're right, John. They're going to try a field goal. How long is it going to be, John?
Well, it's going to be another 40-yarder for Rabbit. So Pat's down on the field here.
Yep, I'm right down underneath the goalpost here.
That side judge is not leaving the 11-yard line. So they've got to get this figured out. Was that ruled a completion or not?
It certainly looked like it was a completion to me, but and now the referee is coming back over.
Boy, they are really taking their time getting this thing figured out. Now is he going to go over and do an explanation?
No, I think we're ready to go. It is 4th down, and here is a 40-yard field goal attempt by Rabbit. He's already made one from 40 yards. As now the officials getting back here in the end zone to take a look. And now the coach for Chelsea out having some words, and now 2 of the officials are discussing the situation on the Chelsea side of the field. So I think there's some mass confusion here.
This is not too difficult to figure out. If it's a catch, the Maples are taking the penalty. If it's not a catch, they're refusing it. Now, did they call it a catch at the 11-yard line or not? That's all that you have to determine here. Now the referee's going to come over and talk with Phil Jacobs.
John, I just talked to one of the officials. He said it was a catch, but there was an ineligible man downfield on the play.
Well, I understand that. So that means the Maples are going to take the penalty.
Well,
they're not going to give Chelsea the ball on a 4th and 1 at the 11-yard line.
Well, Phil is talking with the official right now, and they're having a discussion, and now the side judge is coming in too to join the discussion. So I think we've got it straightened out now, and
so I think they're going to mark the penalty off here.
I think they are too. And they continue to talk.
That's what they're going to do.
Yep.
But it will be 3rd down. Now an 18 and not 4th down, so they will not be attempting the field goal here yet. They move the ball back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 18 from there. They're going to come with trips to the near side of the field now, the wide side. The lone setback is Edwards. Brown under center. He's back to pass. There's the draw to Edwards. He's got some running room. Still on his feet. Breaks the tackle. He's going to score a touchdown. He broke Perez's tackle at the 15-yard line. Perfect call to mess up the Maple defense. And they've now pulled within 3 at 18-15. And they'll have the try for the extra point. Down on the field, here's Pat Hayes.
Wow, what a turn of events here for the Maples, as it'll be Rabbit trying the point after to pull to within 2 points of the Maples here. Maples have too many men on the field. A couple of them had to scamper off here. All right, 7:21 to go in the ball game. Here's the extra point attempt here by Rabbit. Here's the snap. It's down. It's up, and it hits the upright. And did it go in? No, it did go in. They said it just went in. It hit the right upright. It bounded and hit the crossbar, and apparently went in. I didn't see it go. I thought it went out, but apparently it went in. So we have a timeout on the field. 7:21 to go in the ball game. It's a tight one here. It's Adrian 18, Chelsea 16. We'll be back with the Chelsea kickoff right after this on 103.9 WLEN, WLEN.com.
Still trying to overcome a childhood speech impediment? Let ProMedica Total Rehab speech therapists help. Visit one of our nearly 30 convenient locations or promedica.org/total rehab.
103.9 WLEN temperature check outside with light rain. We've got 54 degrees in Adrian. Keep Illinois County's award-winning radio station, 103.9 WLEN, on at home, at work, and in your car.
Carpet Outlet Plus is on M52 at US 223 in Adrian. Get incredible prices Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Closed on Sunday.
Don't miss a second of the Adrian Maples football action on 103.9 WLEN.
Chelsea getting ready to kick off. They go 78 yards in 15 plays for the touchdown to pull within 2. Here's the kick. Coming down to the 10-yard line. 15, 20, 25, 30-yard line. That was Perez, I believe. Well, the Maples have to answer back here as they get crossed up on the draw play on a 3rd and 18. And Edwards goes 28 yards for the score. And, of course, Chelsea now trailing by 2, but they have an excellent field goal kicker who's already hit from 40 yards. Maples will go with trips to the far side of the field, the wide side. Hayes in the shotgun. He's got Mendez back there with him, takes the handoff, looking for some running room. Doesn't find much. He gets a couple, maybe 3, to bring up 2nd down. He gets 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7. At the 33-yard line. Both teams with all of their timeouts remaining. Trips to the far side of the field. Now the Maples in the Wildcat. And borrowing out to the far side, here's Hayes. Throwing out in the flat. Is it picked off? The Chelsea fans are yelling and they say it's intercepted. The second time that Hayes has been picked off here tonight. And Chelsea, after scoring on a long, huge drive, has the ball back again in Maple territory. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We have a scoring update for you, John. Sand Creek a final, winning over Whitmore Lake 24-13.
6:36 to play. The Maple defense will have to come up and do it again. Second time Hayes has been picked off here tonight. Chelsea comes with a slot to the far side of the field. You can look for Edwards here. They're going to get a heavy dose of him. He's on the corner. He's inside the 40, all the way down to the 36-yard line, close to first down carry. Yardage on that carry. They'll mark him a yard shy after a 9-yard pickup. Second and a yard to go from the 36. They stopped the clock with 6:28 to play. It's close enough to bring the chains on for a measurement, but I think he's got to be short. It's not to the 45, and he is short. They just brought the chains on to stop the clock. So it'll be second down and inches now for Chelsea. They are almost in Rabbit's field goal range now. Big difference in the game so far. 2 turnovers tonight for the Maples. Chelsea's picked off 2 passes, both of them at hugely opportune times. Once down at the Chelsea 1-yard line to thwart a Maple drive. And now here in the final 7 minutes of the ball game at the Adrian 45. Second and inches from the 36 for Chelsea. Brown calling the signals at the line. He gives it off to Edwards again. He's got the first down. The Maples will stack him up, but he'll get down to the 33-yard line, picks up 3, and a 1st and 10. Lofton and Gray combined to bring him down. 1st and 10 at the Maple 33-yard line. This slot to the near side of the field. Brown. Here comes the counter. Back it goes to Platt. He'll cut it up inside the 30. Down to the 27-yard line maybe. They'll spot it at the 28, give him 5. 2nd and 5 now. 2nd and 5 from the Maple 28. Clock continues to move with 5:40 to play. The Maples by 2. Here comes Edwards blasting off the left side. He's close to first down yardage on the carry. They'll stop the clock to let them unpile. He's got to be close to the 23-yard line. They're not even going to measure. It's a first down. 1st and 10 for Chelsea at the Maple 23. Another 5 yards for Edwards. Here's Edwards again. Running room off the left side, and they'll bring him down as he gets inside the 20. From the 23, they'll mark him down at the 17. That's a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4. Edwards again, the lone setback, slot to the near side of the field. From the 17, here's Edwards again. And this time it's Dunbar hauling him down. He does not gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 now. 3rd and 5 for Chelsea from the 17. They've got the football right in the middle of the field. And they're letting the clock run. 4.5 now to play in the ball game. Maples up 18-16. And they're just looking. Now the back judge beginning his count. And it could be that they're going to take a timeout here. They are. 4:15 to play in the ball game. Chelsea takes a timeout. It's Adrian 18, Chelsea 16. We'll be back right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
Are your brakes making noise when you come to a stop sign? Do you hear that grinding sound? You need to bring your car or light truck to Lunaway Tire and Supply Company in Adrian for their brake special for just $89 per axle. Get original equipment equivalent pads that will make your vehicle's braking system just like new. This offer ends October 29th. So call and make your appointment today. Hardware and rotors are extra if needed. Call now and get that peace of mind knowing you and your family are safe. Lunaway Tire and Supply Company, 1222 East Maumee Street in Adrian.
You're listening to Maple Football on 103.9 WLEN Adrian.
Chelsea has the ball, 3rd down and 5 at the Adrian 17-yard line. They also have it right in the middle of the field. Maples leading it by 2 with 4:15 to play. Here is Kosick split wide to the near side of the field. If they decide to throw, look for possibly a quick slant to him. Trips to the far side. Here comes the counter back the other way. A little bit of running room. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be enough for the first down. Platt with the carry on the counter. I think it's enough. Let's go down on the field. We'll check in with Pat Hayes.
Yeah, it looks here, it looks like a first down, but I think they're going to measure it just anyway. Just to make sure. 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the ball game. The Maples leading by a score of 18-16. But if this is a first down, wow. The Maples are going to have to really dig in on defense. And, of course, we know that Chelsea has an excellent field goal kicker. He's already kicked one from 40 yards tonight. Chain Gang is over here on the opposite side of the field, and, yep, he's got it by the length of the football. So it'll be 1st and 10 Chelsea at, the 13-yard line.
4-yard pickup there by Platt and another huge first down. Chelsea continues to keep the ball on the ground. They're approaching 200 yards rushing here in the game. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Maples need to get their hands on that football. Edwards will be the lone setback. You can pretty much sure he's going to try and bang this one in. And Chelsea is going to continue to eat away at the clock. We're hoping that that was going to be the Maples situation here on their last possession until they threw the interception. Playing in motion, they'll give it off left side. Edwards, it's Dunbar, wraps him up around the 11 or 12-yard line. It'll be at the 12 for a gain of 1, but I don't know that that's necessarily bothering Chelsea at all. They're burning that clock. 2nd and 9 from the Maple 12. Kosick comes to the near side. They've got Platt in the slot, and they're just looking over to the sideline to burn more time. Again, the ball in the middle of the field. And here's Edwards looking for running room. He's in for the end zone. Huge hole off the left side. And he goes in for the touchdown with 2:54 remaining. And Chelsea now has scored 13 unanswered as we'll get the try for the point after the Maples led 18-9 going into the 4th quarter. It'll be Rabbit to try the point, and we'll go down on the field. Or will he? Yeah, a 2-point conversion would give, I think Chelsea's going to go for 2 here. That would give them a 6-point lead, just in case the Maples came back and scored a touchdown. Cossack goes wide to the far side. They'll come with trips to the near side. Here's Brown. And they'll hand it off on a double reverse. And in for the two-point conversion is Edwards. So with 2:54 to play in the ball game, there's a timeout on the field to score. It's now Chelsea 24 and the Adrian Maples 18. We'll be back with the Bulldog kickoff right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
Energy Automotive Systems in Adrian is proud to support high school athletics and hope you enjoy tonight's game. Energy Automotive Systems is a division of Plastic Omnium Group, a multinational company, and is the largest fuel system supplier in the world. The Adrian facility has 280 employees and provides plastic fuel systems for Chrysler, General Motors, and Ford. The Adrian plant is the largest facility within the Energy Automotive System division. They take pride in supporting the local community and making Lenawee County a better place. Again, enjoy the game, sponsored in part by Energy Automotive Systems. Alpha Coney Island has great start breakfast values every day, Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. If you want a light breakfast, try the Good Start. Oatmeal, fresh fruit, and toasted bagel with cream cheese for just $4.99. Or the Fresh Fruit Breakfast with 2 eggs, choice of meat, fresh fruit, and toast for just $4.99. How about the Cinnamon Grill? 2 slices of cinnamon French toast, 1 egg any style, and your choice of meat. Just $4.99. They're delicious. Alpha Coney Island is located on South Main Street across from the courthouse. Make Alpha Coney Island your first stop in the morning.
You're listening to Maple Football on 103.9 WLEN Adrian.
Here's Chelsea approaching the ball, and there's the kick. Perez will field it at the 9-yard line to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, the midfield stripe, and he's finally run out of bounds. They set up the return down the near sideline, and the Maples will have it 1st and 10 at the Chelsea 45. Well, the big difference in this ball game has been the rushing yards. Chelsea with 204 yards on the ground. The Maples have just 26. And Edwards now 173 yards on 35 carries and 3 touchdowns. But the Maples have it 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line with 2:46 to play in the game. Adrian with all 3 of their timeouts. Trips to the far side of the field. Hayes back to pass. Good protection. He's going deep over the middle. It's caught. Perez. He's going to score. Perez over the middle, but a flag is down at the 39-yard line and another one at the 5-yard line. So we're going to have to sort this one out. Hayes got great protection as he threw that one over the middle. Perez took it in, sidestepped the defender, and raced in for the score. But now we've got flags to figure out. If it stands, it would be a 45-yard TD catch, which will tie the game. And their illegal receiver downfield against the Maples and a personal foul against Chelsea. So it will wipe out the touchdown.
We have another scoring update for you. John Clinton beating Madison 33-6.
So as near as I can figure, they're going to mark off both penalties here. A 5-yard walk-off against Adrian and a 15-yard walk-off against Chelsea. But the difference is that the penalty on the Maples, even though it's only 5 yards, cost them a touchdown. So they have it 1st and 10 now at the 35-yard line off the penalty. And Chelsea still leads 24-18. Hayes will bring him up in the spread. He's in the shotgun. Slot to the far side of the field. The only thing I can think of is that they called the Adrian wideout up on the line of scrimmage, and he covered up the tight end, making him ineligible. Here's Hayes rolling to the far side. He's going deep again. It's a short pass, and it's intercepted. Another flag is down. The return back across the 35. The pass was intended. The pass, I believe, was I can't see the number. It looks like it was intended for Hamden. It was intended for Hamden. The penalty was against Adrian, and of course Chelsea refuses a penalty. Third interception for the Maples here tonight. Chelsea now has the ball with 2:25 remaining. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. And how big is that illegal receiver downfield penalty? The Maples had a touchdown to tie the game and a chance to go ahead with the extra point. And now Chelsea has the ball in the 6-point lead. Well, the Maples somehow have to try and force a turnover here. We know that Edwards is going to get a heavy dose of Mr. Edwards. The Maples have 3 timeouts remaining from the 37. 1st and 10. Here's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss. And Adrian quickly calls a timeout. Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss. Back at the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 2:20 to play. The Maples were hoping that they can force a 3-and-out here and use their timeouts to keep too much time running off from the clock. That will be the strategy, and we'll see if they can do it. But difficult to overcome 3 turnovers, and it's difficult to overcome when the other team is out-rushing you almost 10-1. But the Maples are still hanging in there, hoping that the defense can make a play here. .220 to play. Slot to the near side of the field. We figure it's going to be Edwards again. 2nd and 11 now from the 36. Slipping down. Here comes the counter and running room for Platt, and he has the 1st down. The Maples been burned on that play time and again here. The counter to Platt. They're looking hard for Edwards, and Platt's going to get it into Maple territory at the 49-yard line. That's a 15-yard pickup and a 1st down, and what a crucial run there by Platt to get the 1st down at the 49-yard line, allowing Chelsea to continue to burn time off the clock. The clock is moving. We are now down to 2 minutes to play in the game. They needed to get the stop there to have a shot. Chelsea just going to let the clock roll. Now the back judge is counting off the time. They're going to call the timeout here. They're going to take one of their 2 timeouts after they run enough time off the clock. Minute 46 to play. Chelsea with the lead. We'll be back right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
Bell's Best Buy time. It is 9:34. Greg Bell, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Adrian, servicing all makes and models. View the service menu and specials at gregbell.com.
Wynn and Amy Esterline and the caregivers at Homestead Senior Care are committed to relieving stress and the burden from family members caring for elderly parents. Visit seniorcarelenaway.com or call 266-7788.
You're listening to Maple Football on 103.9 WLEN Adrian.
Well, the Maples have had trouble this year with teams scoring points on them in streaks. Saline, after the Maples were leading, Saline scored the last 44 of the game to win that one going away. And here tonight, the Maples came into the fourth quarter with an 18-9 lead, only to see Saline score 15 straight points, and they now lead it by 6. And they're trying to run the clock out with 1:46 to play. 1st and 10. Brown will bring him up. And it's Edwards. Left side. Pushing the pile forward. They're going to mark it at the Maple 44. That's a 5-yard pickup. But more importantly, the clock continues to roll. Wall on the stop, and now Adrian uses one of their timeouts. 1:40 left. We'll be back right after this timeout on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
Stevenson Lumber in Adrian has been your hometown building supply center, offering quality and service since 1873. They always stock the highest quality materials at competitive prices. When you need those materials delivered to your site, it will get there on time and won't cost you big bucks. Stevenson Lumber is also your do-it-best retailer with thousands of building supplies and tools. Visit their website and see all their products. Serving all of Lenawee County for 139 years and counting. That's Stevenson Lumber, corner of Michigan and Division Streets in Adrian.
Now, back to more Maple football on 103.9 WLEN.
2nd down and 5 for Chelsea from the Maple 44-yard line. Adrian only able to stop the clock one more time, 1:40 to play. Edwards again. Blasting off the left side. He's broken a tackle. He's going to go for the touchdown. But a flag is down at the line of scrimmage, so we'll wait for that. We'll find out if it stays in the books as a 44-yard touchdown. The Maples, of course, having everyone up at the line. And if you get a hole, there's nobody there on the defense. But we'll wait for the penalty call. It's going to be against Chelsea. That will nullify a touchdown. Holding is the call. The reason that Edwards was able to spring loose there, and the hold will move the ball back to the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 13, but again, precious seconds going off the clock on that play. The clock, of course, will not start with the penalty. But we're down to 1:32 now. Trips to the far side of the field. Watch for the counter. They're going to give it to Edwards. He bangs off left side. They got to wrap him up. Breaks a tackle. Finally banged out of bounds. I think it's been a combination that not only is Edwards a strong runner, Pat Hayes, but I think his body is becoming very slick with all the rain that's been coming down here over a period of time.
I think you're right, John. It has been, and it is coming down even harder right now. And 1:25 to go in this one, and 15 unanswered points by Chelsea has been the story of this game, and now we have another timeout called by the Bulldogs, John.
All right, we're going to take another timeout with 1:25 left, and we'll be back right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
For the past 17 years, International Diamond and Gold in Adrian has been serving Lenawee County by offering the largest jewelry selection in the area. They specialize in custom designs, and many of their products are American-made. International Diamond is also Lenawee's largest buyer of old jewelry. They always give you the best price, service, and selection. International Diamond and Gold, 995 South Main Street in Adrian.
You're listening to Adrian Football on 103.9 WLEN Adrian.
Maples come out now. Chelsea up to the line. It looks like they're lining up in the formation just to go down on the knee. They're in the prevent offense. Edwards is all the way back at the midfield stripe. And Brown is just going to go down on a knee. And the Maples will be able to stop it one more time. Minute 20, the clock is moving. He'll lose a yard on the kneel down. Back up to the line. They don't have to, they'll wait now until the back judge begins his count. Under a minute now to play. The clock moving. Begins his count. He goes down on a knee. .45 seconds to go. It's third down. And I think Chelsea is going to run the clock out here. The Maples can call a timeout, but it looks like now they're going to go back up to the line. They might be able to get a fourth down call here. Brown holding on, waiting for the back judge. We're down to 20 seconds. Now he calls it. Still waiting. And he goes down on a knee. The Maples are not even going to call a timeout. The clock is going to, wait. Are they going to call a timeout here? No, they're not going to call a timeout. They're going to let the clock expire. The ball game is over. The final score, it is the Chelsea Bulldogs 24, the Adrian Maples 18. We'll be back with our selection of the player of the game, brought to you by McDonald's of Lenawee, right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
Going back to school never sounded so good. TC3 has a back-to-school special that is sure to save you money and make your return to school more enjoyable. Sign up for a double or a triple bundle and you'll get a free Apple iPod Shuffle. Current customers adding new qualifying dish services are eligible too. This is a limited time offer. Get the facts by stopping in at TC3's Adrian office, going to tc3net.com, or calling 265-1942. That's 265-1942 for information on TC3's back-to-school special bundles with the free Apple iPod Shuffle.